JSA meeting today in room 8 at lunchtime. We'll be discussing fun things like Winter Congress, which is coming up on February 2nd and 3rd. Today's also the day for registration, so this is a mandatory meeting for all JSA members. We need to get a head count. So if you guys want to be more efficient than the whole of the American democracy, let's do this.
Good morning. Tomorrow is a late start day. That means that you do not need to be on campus until first period class, which starts at 9:30. First period class starts a little bit earlier tomorrow than our other late start days because we are not following a YZ schedule for the next 2 days. So tomorrow will be an F day. All classes meet, first period starting at 9:30. And then Thursday will be an FX day. All of your F period classes will meet, plus the class that's dropped at the end of an F day. That will meet in the X period at the end of the day on Thursday. All right, so feel free to sleep in tomorrow, or if you are on campus here in the chapel for that science fair experiment, or stay over in the student center, please. Secondly, we'd like to welcome back to York Mr. Schulenberger, who is here as a sabbatical replacement for Gabriel Soto. Mr. Soto is on sabbatical, doing some things to make Spanish at York improved and even better for his return in 1314. Whether you know Mr. Shu from when he was here previously teaching English 4 while Mr. Murray was away on sabbatical, or whether you're meeting him for the first time, I'm sure you can agree that it's great to have him on campus. You can call him Mr. Shu, you can call him Dr. Schulenberger, or you can call him Senior, whatever you want to call him. We're really happy to have you back on campus with us.
We're also happy to have Ms. Wagstaff back from her sabbatical. I'm thrilled to announce that Johnny Lim has been accepted to the All-State Honor Orchestra. Where are you, Johnny? Now, those of you who have been around York longer than the people who came this year remember the microwaves. These were like hazard zones, this disgusting, dirty microwaves. So you've noticed how beautifully clean the microwaves are this year, and that's because of a particularly diligent group of work jobbers who happen to be my PATH group. Let's give it up for them. Finally, one of the best musical events to come to our neighborhood in forever, the Philharmonia Baroque Orchestra, a world-class ensemble playing, among other things, the Vivaldi's Four Seasons on historical instruments, which means it's going to sound the way it sounded for people who were going to concerts in 1780. Now, most of these instruments are reproductions of historical instruments, but the soloist, Elizabeth Blumenstock, is going to be playing on a violin made in 1660 by one of the great violin makers, Guarneri. And this is one of these things where you can get free or $10 tickets. And here's the poster, here's how to get those tickets. I strongly urge you to go to this concert. It's going to be excellent. I will be outside the door, and you can pick one up from me as you leave. Thank you.
Hi. Japan trip, we leave in less than 2 months, which is very exciting. And to that end, if you could find me at some point today, I just have a few announcements that I just want to give you on a piece of paper. Thanks.
So I have 2 health-related announcements today. Number 1 is if you see somebody or you yourself are bumped in the head with something, or bonk yourself on the head, or fall down and bonk your head, or something. Anyway, something happens to your head that it gets bumped. I think it's a really sort of natural reaction to say, I'm fine, everything's great, I'm fine. But I know that this has happened to several people in the last, the couple weeks before school ended and just even as we've begun. So I'm asking you to be very careful and have it checked out, please. Head injuries are no laughing matter. So do, in fact, have them checked out. The second thing is flu season has started early this year. Now, you might have heard it. There's all kinds of different news stories about it now, but it's actually underway. And in fact, it's underway big time in about the eastern 2/3 of the country. We're still kind of okay. You can get this really kind of nifty little iPhone app called FluView if you want to, and you can watch the progression and see when it's coming to California. Right now, we're still green, but 2 weeks ago, most of the country was still green, and you can just kind of watch the red infiltrate. So the point is not to panic, but to remember those basic things. Wash your hands, don't share food and beverages, like don't bite on something and share it with somebody else. Don't share beverages with people. Wash your hands and wash your hands. That all seems to be very helpful. And the other thing is, folks, really, if you're feeling flu symptoms, if you have an elevated temperature, if you have a fever, in other words, if you are feeling a little barfy, if you are, in fact, barfy, stay home. Please stay home. Please stay home. We'll help you to catch up. We will take compassion on you. We will feel your pain. But we don't want to literally feel your pain and have us all home with the flu. Okay? Thanks.
Yes. I got two messages, guys. One is in the downstairs, the gallery in Day Hall, that art space that we don't use often enough. There will be an art show going on this week. It will feature Miss Phillips' foundation class works and things from my 3D class, and it's called Where the Wild Things Are. It all has to do with animals, except for maybe one piece. Anyways, stop by. I'll have the door open all this week. You can walk in there. You can, take your lunch in. Just don't leave a lot of garbage in there. Also, every year we introduce this sport. It's called lacrosse to a couple of young freshmen who have never seen it before. Today at lunch, I'm going to have a kind of a meet and greet. If you want to talk about lacrosse, if you're interested in playing lacrosse, please come down there. And I'd like some of the veteran guys to show up too and help sell our sport. It's a great sport. We've got a really good team this year. We're going to have a JV team. I'd love to get the opportunity to tell you about it. We also are going to have a girls team this year, which will be the first ever for York. And girls, come on down too, and we can answer some of your questions. Right at the beginning of lunch, just come on in and bring your lunch with you, and we'll even watch a little video. Thanks. Did I say in my art room? That's where we're meeting. Day Hall downstairs.
Teenagers on what they have learned from life so far would generally be a well-thought-out question. However, when I first tried to answer this question, it made me panic for a second on how I was supposed to do it. Seriously, it was so hard. I felt like I was supposed to figure out the meaning to life in the short 15 years that I had lived. But in a few minutes, I got one answer that I'm sure many people would agree with. This answer came from one experience during one summer at a mission trip for the Hopi Indians in Arizona. When we got there, it took us 20 hours to drive there, and we stayed there for about a week. We held a vacation Bible study program and spent time with the kids. As I spent more time with them, I learned more about the kids and about their future dreams and wishes. One kid said that he has never even seen the ocean except on the internet, and I felt so bad because we live in the Monterey Bay area, and we practically see it almost every day passing by from school, from going back home. And so after that, I always felt uncomfortable to answer their questions about where I came from, which just had to be Monterey. Not only that, but the weather conditions we live in is so much better than the Hopi Indians. Although they have a wonderful view living on tall mesas that are thousands of feet high up, the sun feels like it's boiling your skin every day, every moment, and the ground is incredibly dusty and dirty. It's just that. So our weather conditions aren't even as bad as theirs, half as bad. And so, but even until those tough conditions, those Hopi Indian children have taught me how to still laugh and have fun even through such tough conditions. And so in the end, I guess this memory can serve as a reminder of appreciation of all the things that I have in life so far. Another reminder would be to turn in that service learning form in so I can get my hours. But the one thing that I want to remember most is to help those children in the Hopi Indian Reservation in whatever way I can.
Today at the gym during lunch.
This Thursday is Ugly Sweater Day.
So come to the quad at lunch if you're wearing an ugly sweater and we'll count for class points.
So in honor of the So in honor of the Sandy Hook Elementary victims and the new and the students who are still going to Sandy Hook Elementary, we're going to be decorating their new school with snowflakes. So there's going to be a Key Club meeting tomorrow, room 4. We're going to be making snowflakes just in honor of them to decorate their new school and bring happiness.
So this is something that Sandy Hook Elementary has actually asked for. So they're not using the same building, but they want to make it look cheerful and homey for the kids that are coming back. So even if you're not in Key Club and you really want to help out or you're interested in doing this whole 26 acts of kindness, this would be great. So we're asking people to bring some white paper and their own scissors too.
And another announcement. So there's a soccer game today against Trinity Christian, girls soccer. So all the people on the girls soccer team dress out at lunch today, and remember to get out of your class about 15 minutes early.
And you should come support us and wish Halsey and Caroline a happy birthday.
I have misplaced my phone, and if anybody has seen it, it's about that big, and it has a pink case, and if you actually take off the case, there's a picture of me and my mom when I was little, and there's a lot of pictures on it that are really important to me, so if anybody sees it, please return it to me. It's really important.
And yesterday when my mom was picking me up, she also misplaced her phone. It's an iPhone, I know. It's an iPhone with a purple case. It's an iPhone 4, and on the front is a picture of me and my brother in a clamshell at the aquarium. So please give it back if you see it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So for the 10 of you who signed up to attend the Berkeley conference, I need $45 from you by Friday. Just address the check to York School. This will cover the delegate and delegation fees. Thanks.
So raise your hand high if you have money for Wonderball tickets.
Oh wait, I do.
Raise your hand high if you have money for Wonderball tickets. Okay, we won't be selling today. But bring your money tomorrow, singles 15, couples 25, and ask your date soon, or someone else does.
Right, so like Mr. Remy said, we are doing our science experiment. Tomorrow at 8:30, if all the 9th graders can come, we're just gonna do 3 little tests. It'll pretty much just be there for 45 minutes to an hour. Should be meeting. Oh, here, right. Great.
There's a robotics club meeting today at lunch in the physics room. If you're doing the tech challenge competition, you have to be there.
Boys soccer game tomorrow against Greenfield. Make sure you get out of your classes 10 minutes early.
And be dressed out at work jobs or lunch.
All of you great fans out there, I know you're out there. I haven't seen you before, but I hope you guys all come out to see our game because we really love our sport. So thank you.